Okay, well, I didn't notify anybody, but I'm playing Quest 64, so whoever shows up, hooray! Thank you for showing up. It's gonna be resuming where I came. Words. Brain. Resuming where I left off last week? Something like that? Hi. Yeah. So... where were we? Lara Pool. Hello, person. Oh dear. Granok was the place with the... Hello. The wind? Oh, okay, thank you. Alright, if I remember right, we have to go down here. And this is just going off of my memory of how this game is played. No? Because I'm trying to get into a cave. I remember that much. Is it on this side? It may be on this side. Yeah, it is, because there's this door. But I don't know if I know to go in here. I'm apparently going in here now. This music? Really? Okay. Hello. So I used to think that that meant that the water, you know, was timed in some way, but I'm pretty sure it's not really actually. I think we're good to go. I don't think there's much prep we have to do. So, let's trudge. Wait, I mean, I should probably look to see if there's any... Yup! Instinct kicked in. Oh, yeah, we were doing this whole thing where I was letting the audience pick. Oh, I've got one viewer. You want to pick my elephant? Hello. Yeah, it's fine. Probably wind. What can I even do? Large cutter, that's new. Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. There is running in this game. Ah, wait. No, is there? Wait. Oh, okay. That's just after stopping. Okay. I think I used to think there was running and there isn't. Ah, another. Earth's been falling behind. Let's do some Earth. Nothing new. Alright. Wait, no, this is a trap, isn't it? It's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap. I knew it. Ugh. Wait, so I could have gotten the spirit, like, a while ago. Okay. Okay. Well, I technically worked out my agility a little more because I ran around. This game. Wait. Just double checking. Okay. This is where I want to go. Make sure there's nothing hiding. Oh! Ah! My instincts are so good at this. Holy shit. Yeah, didn't learn anything. Alright. So if Cull Hazard was not tedious, but if Cull Hazard was dangerous. This is tedious. Alright, I'm trying to remember what you guys are like. I remember using Rolling Rock a lot down here. Let's see if that works out. Oh, hey! Alright, that's fun. It keeps missing the first guy. Hello! Really? These things are tough. Ew, that was a really bad attack. 3 guesses what the element in this area is. I wonder if I should be using, like... Probably shouldn't be doing water spells back at them. Hey, there's one gone. Stop! It hurts. You want some of this? There we go. Oh shoot, I thought I got away with better than... Alright, how about you? Yeah, I figured. And this is gonna steamroll. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, is it fine? Actually, is that fine? It might not be fine. This might actually kill me. Hey, 15's a pretty good amount. Yeah, there we go. I caught a break. Okay. Hey, that was pretty good. Hey, Stylux. Hey, that is really good. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's heal some more. Then probably go in for... I want to be somewhere where it doesn't do the waterfall move. I don't actually know what hurts it most. Oh, that hurts it a lot. Okay. Ow. Ah, crap. How about wind? How does wind do? Large cutter. 36 for 3 mana? Alright, you gotta be close to... No? Oh shit, this better do it. There we go. Okay, ouch. Heckin' ouch. Let's probably try to retreat, if possible. 'Cause, ow. Oh no. Okay, it's just you guys. 23? That's not good. Alright, well. I'm healing until this goes away. Or run out of mana, which I'm gonna run out of mana, so... Nice shot. Oh, I could cast Escape. Oh, yep. Now it's a nice shot. Yeah. Alright. I do you a thwack, maybe? Oh no. Yeah, I can probably thwack him. Yeah. Not if that keeps happening. If that keeps happening, I might be in trouble. I should be okay. What did I just say? About if that keeps happening. Okay. I'm doing alright. I managed to win. Of course you did, Silex. Okay, so if I go into the cave and come out, the water still recedes. But if I go back into the hotel and come out, the water is not receded. Okay, I think I need to go left first. No, apparently it's telling me to go that way, which means I'm gonna go left first. Never go the way they tell you to. Oh, yeah, get caught looking while I'm, like... Oh, shoot. This is actually kind of a tough fight, if I remember. Let's get some armor on. Alright, I'm gonna throw rocks at you until you, stop. 21. That's meh. How are we doing for Wind Cutter? That could be as much as 24. I don't like it. How does this do? Yeah, better. Hey, don't do that. So I need you to think that I am viable for, viable for the waterfall attack. I need to be in a certain range. I mean, I could try Ice Knife. See if Hera the dog is oh cool, it's like a little snail. Oh, that's cute. So it's like a hermit crab that like found a chest. Oh, that's cute. Okay, no, Hera the dog is not the answer. Fire, I guess? I should probably just stick to single fire. Oh, hey, that was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Alright, we're full health. It's telling me to go that way. Oh wait, I turned around. Okay. Alright. How's my... magic didn't fully heal. Oh, it's these guys! Oh, those guys are bad. I don't know, they always make me think of Cookie Monster. Multi-optics. I don't know why I try to run from that. There's not much you can do. I don't think you can ever really dodge that. Yeah. Arguably, I should be, trying to smack them to get some MP back. Yeah, so there's not much to do but to stand here and throw rocks until they die. I don't think a rolling rock can get me good trajectory. Let's try this. Yeah, of course it would. Alright. Okay, that hurts up close. That just means I need to be careful about which one. Well, alright, I guess I'm just gonna wipe them out, that's fine. I was just about to heal again. So at least it's these guys. I don't think that they'll mind. Oh wait, this isn't how you do it. Yeah, because now I'm gonna take a full shot every time. So I should hold still first, so that, yeah, never mind. I really messed this one up, actually. Ah, well. I don't know how I'm doing for, experience. Alright, I'm probably about to get hit with another group. I just need to make sure I check all the corners just in case there's like a spirit hanging out. So, for as tedious as Cull Hazard was, at least Cull Hazard was a straight line. At least I think it's a straight line. I hope it's a straight line. I hope I didn't miss anything. There we go. That's the triple I'm looking at. My magic is really bad. Actually, this is the worst dungeon for me so far because I'm same elements aligned as most of the enemies I'm fighting. Alright, I'll just switch to doing some straight attacks. There we go. How is my experience doing? If I get to the right thing. 85. There's not even a number associated? I can't even pause anymore. Waterfall! Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe smacking is the best thing I can do. Oh, hold still for that. Me. Alright, so I hit you and I hold still. And I go over here. And I hit you and I run. Alright, cool. How buff is this child? I don't know. I've got a lot of magic under my command at this point. I was heading up the hill, right? I really don't like this cave. This cave is really easy to get turned around in. Do I care? Do I care? I think I care. I think I care. Do I? Hold on. Can I get a quad? Let's see if I can get a quad. No, that's 2. But that's roughly the right angle I think I want to be working. Something like this. Well, now I did the back 2. I barely moved and now I switched from doing only the front 2 to doing only the back 2. So... maybe? There we go! That's the magic. Get it, it's magic. Oh, it's only 3. 3's alright. Oh, I get you. Okay. Yeah, that stick hurts. Brian for Smash. Alright, let's see if I can change up the angle just a tad. Let's see if that works. Oh, well now I'm hitting a different pair. Man, I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna go whack them. That's what I thought. Huh. Oh. Rock, probably. I should show off my shirt. Okay, we can just do this. Like that. That's how I do. Oh, hey, Spirit. You know, the thing I came down this way for. What is this ridiculousness? So I think that this leads back to the cave in the other area? Oh, look at this bullshit. Alright, I should check this. Oh, I got weakness. Nice. We're doing Power Staff. Nice. Power Staff isn't that good, is it? If I have to waste a turn applying it... Oh yeah, I get, what, 3 turns of Magnificence out of it? 4 turns. Okay. Okay, so Power Staff's worth it. Overall, I did a bonus 124 damage-ish. So... the timing. So, Ice Knife does about the same amount of damage as tanking this water. So maybe I should have actually listened to the direction it wanted me to go in the first place. Alright. Technically, I could just, yeah, actually, that's gonna be faster. Let's do that. Yeah, we're back. Cool. I'm a smarty. Oh, no, not scorpions. Ah, scorpion. Here they are. Water me like a hurricane. Which actually kind of makes sense, because hurricanes are very wet. Here they are. Ouch. This hurts so much. Holy shit. Okay. So, no, I'm actually, no. I'm not gonna do this anymore. We're not gonna have this fight. I'm sorry. It hurts. It hurts so bad. It's funny, so the speedrun strategy for this game that I looked up is buffing your agility, but there's so many moves that you're like having a buff agility is not going to take you through. I should say I didn't watch the speedruns, so I don't know if they've got like some secret up their sleeves. You know, I was gonna say, you know what, have some weakness, but no, it's on me. Try this again. Really? Really? Alright, one more time. If this doesn't work, okay, it works. Now what, was it throwing fire at it all day? Now, weakness might not be worth it, which is really dumb, because, you can only cast weakness on one monster, so technically, Power Staff is a better bet, pretty much all around. Why is this waterfall so hard to dodge? Oh, weakness lasts forever, though, so that's something. I have a feeling that that move lists to the right a little, so I have to run to the left to avoid it. Wait, did I get turned around? No, I think I'm good. I think. Is there a spirit back here? There's not a spirit back here. Okay. Oh, I almost got turned around again. Okay. Oh, let's try some hot steam. All right, that'll be fun. And it is actually pretty good. What? Oh my god, I dodged all of a homing arrow. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, this is actually kind of worth it. For the first time in forever. Of course. That's not what I wanted. No. Okay, now to know if Power Staff actually affects... Power Staff does not affect your magic. I mean, the clue's in the name, but when you just get attack plus, it makes me wonder if it affects magic. Okay. Oh no! Okay, I'm not fresh enough for this. I think it's this way? I'm sure there's a stone not too far from here that'll let me know if I'm going in the right direction. Yes, it looks like the right direction. I don't think I've been in this weird room before. I may as well take this fight. Okay. What would be best? You know what would be best here, actually? A large cutter. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good. Hey, actually, I'm gonna do that. Well, hot steam's cheaper. Yeah, hot steam is cheaper. Let's do hot steam. Let's hot steam. Oh no. It's actually more effective too. There we go. It does expose me to more damage though, so there is a downside. Alright, be gone. Alright, nothing in that corner. I'm really wary. Maybe I do want to just use some dewdrops. Keep wanting your morning dew. You're my pizza man, my pizza man. I like spicy golden toys. Keep wanting your morning dew. This huge pizza is made with cheese and broccoli. Sometimes I get weird songs in my head. If you have no idea what I'm singing, it's a bad lip reading. gotta be due for another... Nope, I'm halfway to another level. Okay. Lowered expectations. Cut it out. So no, actually I probably want to kill the scorpion first. Oh no, it's gonna do a waterfall. Ouch. Does this hurt as bad? Oh, it hurts bad. Okay, that's good. Except I really don't like the scorpion, so we're gonna focus on the scorpion first. Just play the minimal damage game. Hey now. Okay, there's a fork in this road. Oh, maybe there isn't? Oh. There is. Hold on. I have to go where I'm not supposed to. I must know. Hey, there's a chest back here. See, it's smart. Can I win? I can't. I can't hit all of you. Ah, whatever. Hey, yet again. I managed to escape unscathed. Yeah, right about there. Hey, that actually hits everybody. Okay. And yet, this is probably still a better bet. It's fun how when they take a hit, they like shrink down really far for some reason. Okay, now I want to bet if that's actually like some kind of mimic, but it seems like mimics you just kind of like fight in the overworld. Either way, I'm not supposed to be here. Ah, hero's drink. I don't remember what that does. Not bad. Oh, is that a bigger scorpion than usual, or? Alright, I don't want to be here. I don't like scorpions. Scorpions are not worth it. Alright. I think, yeah, it's this direction. Oh my god, I can't go like 4 steps without getting into another fight. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this one. Oh, if I get closer, I can probably hit all of them with this. Yeah, it's not bad. I thought I could get out. I really don't like you guys. Crawlers. You do far too much damage, crawlers. You do far too much damage. Alright. Apparently, if you're touching another monster, you can push another monster around or something. I don't know. Baff. No. No. Oh. Down. Oh, I should be doing the. I was gonna say I should be doing the thing that maximizes my HP. I gotta be close to a level now, right? I'm gonna be mad if the next water level gives me healing level 2. I don't think it will, but it might. That might be the next thing on deck, honestly. Either that or Soul Searcher level 2. Do I have anything up there? Nope, it's just Soul Searcher. Okay. I did all that math the other time I played this game. I figured out how many spells there were, and I forgot it all already. I don't like scorpions. Let's not fight scorpions. Oh look, signs everywhere, signs blocking up the scenery, breaking my mind. Oh no, I'm frozen in place in the perfect spot to attack everything at once. Ice Knife does a lot less damage now that I see. This one should kill everything. Oh, except for the things that it misses. Bam. It's cheaper. It heals me really quick. What are my levels? Apparently I'm really defensive and I'm not as agile as I used to be. So if I'm at 2 and then I heal and I'm at... Oh god, that does actually exercise my magic. Okay. It's really hard to run just the right amount of distance. There we go. Hey, a thing. Okay. Ice Wall. I already did Ice Wall. I know Ice Wall is. Empty. Return. So there's exit and return. I'm guessing return goes to the town or the inn you last stayed at? I guess there's nothing over here. Okay. I'm living comfortably. Maybe I should take on these scorpions. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. How do you like this? You're not that perturbed by it, and I don't like that. How about this? You're a little more perturbed by that. I pushed my way through too forcefully. Yeah, I can't get them all in a row anymore. Can I? Is there a way to push them together? No, there's a way to push them further apart, though. You know, we're gonna do that. We're gonna just... Oh, I thought I had it. Oh, man. Yes, of course. And there's not really much I can do about this middle one, so we're just gonna whack it. Hope it goes away. It went away. Cool. So now, hopefully... maybe if I go here... I can just alternate... No, you're gonna get close! Ah! No! None of this shit. This hurts a lot. Where's the furthest, or the closest exit? Because scorpions are no bueno. Hey, nice. That miss is needed. Okay, maybe if I chill out here, and you don't... Yeah, cool. You do 4 damage, I heal for 17. I think we can get back into this fight. Hey, Tom! Yay! Hi. Oh, shoot. Triple Fireball is actually a pretty damaging way to spend my magic. Let's do that. Boop. You stop it. There we go. How much am I healing for? Like 15 every time? I'm watching, like, my magic meter go down when I probably should be 17. Holy cow. More interested in what numbers I'm pulling. Oh my god. Flirt. That's a lot of stuff. Let's not have this fight right now. Yeah, let's not have this fight. Oh, there's so many games I want to stream. This is making me want to play Castlevania 64 because near the end of Carrie's route, there's a level that looks a lot like this. Or at least, this reminds me of that anyway, whether or not it's actually deserved. There's an upshot to Weaken. Weaken weakens them to everything, where Power Staff only weakens them to wax. You know... Yeah, let's do toe-to-toe with a Mimic. Shh, that's it? Holy cow! And here I am intimidated by the Mimic. Okay, I think this is still good, right? Oh my god. These caves are looking all the same here. Is there no spirit? Oh, there. Ha ha ha! My instinct strikes again. Fire's carrying me through here pretty well. Let's see if I unlock anything. Nope. Of course not. Mimics are like a little snail in this game, too. They're cute. Oh, why did I do that? That is not the thing I should be doing with 3 MP. What I should be doing with 3 MP is this. And really, I could invest in wind more. Don't you scoot near me and do your attack. Like some kind of RPG monster. Oh. No. This is what I want. Hey, yeah, perfect. Awesome. Okay. Don't you scoot near me and do your attack. Ugh. I don't remember mimics from Borderlands 2. Were they from the Tiny Tina thing? That seems like where they would be from. Wait, this is... Yes, this is the correct way to go. Now, if I remember right, this is like the halfway point in these stupid caves. If that. What would be nice is if, you know, you don't actually take random encounters here, which I'm not sure you do. So I think this is actually a good place to heal. Oh, that's cool. Alright. This game has long, like, music loops, despite how infrequently you could get to hear them all. Now... There's gotta be a spirit in this vicinity or something. There's gotta be some reason I'm walking through these caves forever. I hope I didn't get turned around just there. Are we gonna get through 2 full iterations of this? Oh, look, a sign. Almost 2 full iterations. Alright, I think Large Cutter might be the thing that cuts it here. Why don't you walk up to me like you know me? Trying to act like you know me. Huh. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. I'm surprised I never ran into those mimics. Also, that does a lot of work. Let's put some hot steam in the use here. Alright. Good. Missed me. Every miss begins with M. I don't know. Yeah! We should play Borderlands 2. That'd be fun. Did we got through the campaign, like the base campaign, right? 2 chests! Haha! Mwah ha 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 aha. Do the drop. I should use more items. I try to save items for conflicts, but by the time I get to the, like, big fights that they're being saved for, they're not relevant anymore. Watch out, I'm gonna replenish my magic by 10 MP. That's gonna turn the tide of battle. Oh, we did the pirate? I don't think we did. We did not do the pirate adventure together. I've only done that once. And I don't think I've ever done Big Game Hunt, because I don't think I have Big Game Hunt. Yeah, really. Also, I wouldn't have, like, if I was going to pick a DLC that we were going to do together, it would have been Tiny Tina's. Yep. Frank, you know my life. Like, I go through Resident Evil 4 never using anything but the handgun because, oh, I never know when the shotgun might be something that I need to use to save my life. Never mind that I'm, you know, getting game overs all the time because I'm not using the shotgun. Resident Evil 2 with its ink cartridge saving system, I'm like, I don't really need to save right now, do I? Like, I don't want to expend my resource for saving when I, you know, I saved like 30 minutes ago, that's fine. It's not fine. Don't do that. Basically, every time you visit a typewriter, you should get 2 new ink ribbons, and you do not need to, like, hoard ink ribbons through that game. You can save basically at every typewriter twice and still be pretty good. Aren't you just scary? So supposedly Rolling Rock's supposed to be really good in this game in general. I don't see it. Like, Rolling Rock's alright. Also, apparently Spirit Armor's supposed to be really good. I also don't really see it. It's alright. Like, Wind Cutter's way better. Like, Large Cutter, I mean. And yeah, like, that reduces my damage by 25%. Okay, that's cool, but I had to give up a turn to use it. And, like, if I could finish this fight in 4 turns, then it's not worth it. And honestly, so if it reduces my damage by 25%, and it lasts for 4 turns, I'm not saving anything. I'm giving them a free turn. I basically think this game's just so underappreciated that, like, speedrun strats for this game are not well developed. I think a lot of people thought that this game was, like, extremely broken, and they're like, oh yeah, if you just follow this path, the game's totally broken. When it turns out, if you follow a lot of paths, the game's broken. And it's not broken specifically in the correct ways yet. Like, so one of the benefits of diving Earth early is because the first boss you find is the Earth Orb dude, and the Earth Orb dude is pretty easy, so, like, you won't encounter another boss that has the same elemental, like, alignment. So, like, I guess there's that. But water has a ton of utility in it. Like, return and exit and, like, escape combat in the middle of combat, that seems like excellent speedrun stuff, right? You want to be able to, like, transport real quick, right? I guess you get wings, but hey, you don't have to go visit the wings every time. That seems like the best tree to me if you're trying to speedrun this game. I point blank dodged a waterfall. Holy crap! Also, hey Wiffle Waffle! Yay! Hi! I made you a VIP because I like that you show up to my streams a lot, so... Ah! Yay! I don't have any of the fancy, like, spinny thingies that are all like, yeah, you got bits, here's your tip jar, here's all your, you know, distracting junk that takes away from the game. But, wow, thank you! Yes, you're a moderator, Artemis. You're, like, the only other moderator I have besides myself. Oh, do you want me to demote you just so you don't have the badge? I can do that if you really want to. Oh my god, I got bits. I just realized that. The bits! The bits! Oh my god. That is not the move I wanted to do. Oh. Thank you. Okay. No, in retaliation for sending me 500 bits, I hereby demote you. Okay. Huh? That'll teach you to send me a currency system, a proprietary money thing. I'll teach you to practice a neo-capitalism with cryptocurrencies. Ha! Oh my god. I guess the one thing is I can charge up my staff before I go in for actual combat? Yeah, okay, so if I run, like, straight left, when I'm point blank with a Mimic, it works. Also, there's been surprisingly few spirits in this cave, which means I'm probably missing a ton of spirits in this cave. MacGuffin's cute. Do I even need to go? Like, I probably could just do, like, a straight-up magic attack. And, like, a 1 MP magic attack. And still be breaking even on... That's a lot of scorpions. I don't like scorpions. Ugh. See, now remember this being the setup, that I would normally be like, oh yeah, I totally love Rolling Rock because I can take out the front 3, like, in one shot. But no, why settle for that when I can hit, like, everything? Like, there, bams, 5 hits! Rolling Rock is way overrated. Look at this shit. And my wind's not even as high as my earth. Wait, who does what with... Hold on. Ah! Ah! Okay, my chat is being, like, extremely wholesome. Whenever you do a thing? Oh my god. Shriveled Heart! Carrie, you're like 20. Like... Don't have a shriveled heart at 20. I mean, this game lags so many times, so much. Yeah, actually, Frank, I totally agree that this is most likely the shape of post-scarcity economics. Because this provides a unique good that is like art in general, right? Like some kind of commodity that is unique and can't be replicated is going to be what gets exchanged for currency in the future, and it's probably going to be to patrons. Like, that seems the most likely scenario for post-scarcity economics. Join my stream, Quest 64 and post-scarcity economics. So, I agree that this game isn't balanced. It's totally not balanced. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Okay. Don't do the thing. Don't do the thing. The thing! You did the thing. Ugh. Alright, just don't do the thing again. Thank you for... Wait, you did... I'll just heal forever. It'll be fine. Just tank it off. Yeah, so, like, if you're, like, not being ironic, like, that's actually a legit, like, concern I have for the future, is, like, what do you do with people who don't have, like, skill sets that are safe from automation, right? What do you do with people who, like, especially with our education system the way it is right now? Welcome to Politics Stream. It's my stream and I can be political if I want to. Like, we can't put like, But then you need to incentivize people to teach, because like teaching is one of those skills that you can kind of automate. You can certainly create classes and programs that stand the test of time, that, you know, interactive courses, and you've designed this thing and it's repeatable and you can put people through the same curriculum. But like, can you legitimately make education free? Like, I guess you can collect taxes and pay for it through taxes, make everything public. I don't need to heal. Why am I healing? In fact, actually, I'm probably in a safe zone. Blah. So, yeah, that's so apparently Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just mentioned recently about how we shouldn't be upset at automation. That automation itself is awesome, it's the economics behind it that are actually detrimental, and it's because we don't design for automation, and I don't think capitalism as a concept supports a system wherein labor is infinite and cheap. Like, if you have a gigantic supply of cheap labor, there's no way to have a properly, like, cycling economic system. There's no way for money to circulate if wages are non-existent, which they kind of have to be in order to compete with robots. And we shouldn't be, like, take money out of everything. I'm gaining viewers when I'm ranting about capitalism. Holy shit. Like, take money out of everything, right? And what are you left with in terms of progress? It's, you want more production, and you aren't worried about liquidity of capital. So automation in that case is fantastic, because you increase production. And you don't care about circulation of money, so... But unfortunately, capitalism's all about the profit motive, and all of this stuff goes to the owners, and it means production, which means people who are automating are getting the lion's share of the wealth, because they own the systems that produce the money. Alright, I think I'm like basically at a point where I need input on the dialogue to continue it. Alright. Oh hey, these guys. Wait, are these are legitimately the guys from Cull Hazard. Cull Hazard. I think teachers are not safe from automation. I think that there are plenty of ways that you can use technology, you know, Khan Academy, or what's the... Hold on, there's like a programming focused one. Oh, I'm not remembering it now. But, I mean, there's so many different learning systems you can do without needing a particular mentor figure in the classroom. I should probably pay attention to the map, because I have no idea where I am. I came from there. Like, there's just so many different models for imparting information. Okay, I'm just gonna do the whole maze algorithm and, like, just stick to the right wall, and hope that... Not being able to see the entire maze, I don't know if that approach will work, but... You guys are very excited. Actually I want to see, how much damage does this do, because that's same alignment damage. I just need to smack them. Yeah, smacking is probably the best way to deal with these. It's debatable. I think eventually you're not going to be able to have the same ability to create a message until we get artificial intelligence to the point where it passes Turing tests. Because if you value art on the level of its context mattering, you're not going to get that from a machine until it understands context of the world. So art is going to be safe for quite a while. But when basically at the point where machines can meaningfully take the same place as artists, machines are already entitled to the rights of people to begin with, in my view. Right, so Artemis is saying that the human element is a fundamental part of the artistic appeal, and I think even aside from it being a human element, I think, like, machines cannot meaningfully contribute to a discussion via art. They can create a commodity that we pass off as art. They can compose a music piece that has the same consumptive quality that you would find in, like, meaningless pop music. So I think Justin Bieber is at danger of being automated, but I don't think Lady Gaga is in danger of being automated. It's gotta be. Someone clip that, because that's a great clip. Oh my god. I just did the same type of element attack to this. Oh my god. I'm having a good night. Okay. Okay. So, I am upset. Following the right wall has led to the solution immediately. But I saw spirits in the maze, so I guess we're going backward. Wow, I see there's a spirit over there in the corner. Yeah, pretty much. God, it feels good to get all this shit off my chest. Because apparently I've bottled up a lot of rants about economics and capitalism and all sorts of ridiculousnesses. Okay. Let's throw a rock at him and see if that hurts. This is the kind of experimentation that this game advocates, is, you know, actually I probably can just get by with another rock, and that'll probably be it. Yeah, that did it. This maze is full of skelebats, and skelebats are terrible? Okay. I really need to catch up on this chat because I really want to participate in this discussion some more. Is art the true Turing test? That's a really good question. That's a fantastic question, but then you can't really... Problems, is that it would need to consistently be able... Well, because, okay, so once you define something as, like, a true Turing test, you have to treat it like how capitalism treats profit. It is the one goal. It is the one thing that will be designed for, never mind anything else. So if art becomes, like, the true Turing test, art will be designed for. And then that means that the machines will take shortcuts that will indicate they don't actually really understand the context. It'll be the Chinese room problem, where, if you're not familiar, the idea is you have a room, this is called a Chinese room. You have a room full of people who don't understand a language, but they do have a reference that says when you see this input, when you see this symbol, produce this output, produce this symbol. It's sort of like object-oriented programming. You want you don't care about what happens in the middle. All you care about is inputs and outputs. And the people in the room may have the instructions to appear fluent in whatever language it is they are participating in, without ever... Which direction was I facing? Oh my god. Okay, it was this way, I remember. Without ever understanding what they're doing. And I think that dilemma is what is going to drive artificial intelligence development. Thank you, Artemis, for this wonderful clip. So, tell me, is this the way you get attention? Is you talk about deep philosophy and play an old cheesy video game? The first person who says an element, I'm gonna pick their element. So fire, water, earth, wind, pick something, I'm gonna put an allocation in it. In the meantime, I'm going to try to... Oh, Johnny 5. That's a good thing to bring up. Fire came up. Fire. Oh my god, alright. So this is what happens, is I read one message, and I go on a huge rant, and then there's a ton more messages. And... oh, I'm back down to 5 viewers. Very good at detecting messages, even though they're not intended, so art can pass... AR can pass anytime it isn't revealed that it is AI art. So AR art can pass anytime it... Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I know how to read that now. Oof. Whoa, water does so much damage! Holy crap! Okay, fun. Boof. I wish I had waterfall. Yeah, humans absolutely... Oh, have I been everywhere already? I can't have been everywhere already, so I basically have to violate the right-hand rule in order to get everywhere. Okay, they designed this maze with that algorithm in mind, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't even hit him. Blah. Okay, what is, what is this? Ice wall? Ice wall. So, if I was in the right position, I could just end this in 2 turns with ice wall. I was ended it in 2 turns with the rock, too. Okay, where am I? Have art made a machine to some degree? Yeah, so Artemis is actually exactly on the money with, my interpretation of things. Love you, hun. Congratulations, this isn't going to be a debate between us. That's why Johnny 5, it was demonstrated to be sentient when he saw a butterfly in a spaghetti sauce smear. Yes, I agree that Mozart is... Now, here's an interesting idea. I'm going off of the statement that Mozart is probably more automatable than Lady Gaga, and I think because Mozart is removed from his original context, that is absolutely true. Now, does that go... How did I miss that? Because that totally goes there, right? I probably just took a different turn. Alright, follow the sort of pseudo-algorithm I'm doing, I guess. Since context changes, the context in which art is consumed changes. Which means that right now Lady Gaga is safe from automation. 20 years down the line, when her message is no longer relevant or we're no longer in the context that the message was created for, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely automatable. Okay, no, I'm gonna win this combat strictly so that I know which direction I was facing. Oh my god. Okay, so it was this direction. Okay, I'm still really far behind now. Economics and politics rants are some of my favorite of your content. Have I done them before? This is like the first time I feel like I've really gone Unchained and ranted about stuff. Though, isn't it? It doesn't actually have to be sentient. It just has to convince. Exactly. Doesn't have to make art. It just has to create something that would be that make a typical person think a real human meaning was behind it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my Chimerica. Oh yes. Oh, you know what? I should really finish editing that and like put the whole run up because I did the full 3 years, but something happened and I stopped editing again because it always happens because I'm not a good content creator. And that's really interesting though. Yeah, I definitely should get back to that. Pay attention is to do something you care about and or have fun with. So that's probably why I got really animated, and then my viewership jumped up to 9 viewers for half a second, and then people noped out because, oh my god. During Jack and Daxter stream, solid hour Chloe walked around a hub zone in circles while Sheila and I chatted anarchism, saw a donation spike. Oh, okay. Moves forward, I want a better. Oh my gosh. No, that is the. Oh my god. So. Oh my god. This chat is going basically from like everything is adorable and then like deep philosophical discussions about the nature of automation. Okay. Functioning inside your Chinese box isn't quite the same as mine. Yeah, so that's actually a really good thing to think of. It dovetails with my idea, not even my idea, I can't even say that. I'm gonna do more fire. Douglas Adams in one of the Hitchhiker's books, and apparently this isn't in the audiobook for some reason, but they visit the President of the Universe. And the President of the Universe doesn't trust anything that isn't immediately in his vision or like his senses. He needs something to immediately, like he basically doesn't have object permanence. He doesn't have ideas of anybody else's inner monologue. He has a cat, or at least there is a cat that he sees often enough to like imply that it is his, even if he doesn't recognize that he owns the cat. And I don't remember which of the characters asks him this, but one of the characters asks, like, why do you pet the cat if you don't know why the cat, or you, like, the cat is purring, but you don't know what that means. So why do you pet the cat? The purring might be a sound of alarm, and you might be doing it harm. And, like, the guy goes, I pet the cat because I like when it purrs. Or something. And the idea is sort of, it doesn't matter if the cat is, like, upset or distraught over it. What matters is how you perceive that reaction. And if you think it's a positive reaction, then that becomes your model for that interaction, and it's going to encourage you to do it more. So it's sort of the situation of like the Chinese room, except it's externalizing it some, in that you also, because you lack the context, you can't meaningfully interpret the output, because the communication is meant to impart meaning. And if you don't understand if the intent is hidden, all you have to go on is your own projection. And, like, there's this whole thing about, like, qualia and your, qualia being... Qualia is the idea that the way something is perceived cannot be shared. You can't explain how a color looks to you to someone else because their frame of reference is their own color system. I am going down way too many rabbit holes. Alright. Time to look back at chat, see where we're at. Who's with me? Who understands anything I just said? Oh, okay. Whew. We don't know for sure even that a human brain is functionally a compact Chinese room. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting into there. Holy crap, your MP is pretty big. So that's probably because I don't smack things with my stick as much as I probably should. Very down for a person being based on the intuitive. Do they feel like people metric? I think that's really good. Mozart was much less replicable in his day than he is now, when his music is a significant part of our fundamentals. Also, it's been studied to hell and back. And, like, we've broken down things in ways people of that time weren't able to because we've challenged so many conventions about music that we have different paradigms that even Mozart wasn't aware he was writing in. So now we have more formulas to describe Mozart music than he probably was even aware he was doing. Yeah. And, aww. Yes, it is an ideal aesthetic. Yes, and you caught my pun. Rabbit holes. The old explain color to a blind person, but yep, exactly. You can thank the giver for inadvertently helping little me wrap my head around it. Books are so important for teaching concepts about philosophy and just worldviews in general. Actually, Animorphs was surprisingly great for my formative, like, psychology, and really got me to, like... So, even Animorphs relates to this, because, like... If you are being manipulated by an alien parasite that has full access to all of your memories and all of your habits and things, how would you be different functionally? And I mean, like, there's also the, like, wow, bad conspiracy theory takes, like, but aside from that, like, it opened up my idea of, you know, what if this person is trapped in their own mind? And that, I think, is actually kind of applicable, because, oh my god, not this situation. Okay, so that's across the way. Because there are people who act without being able to control their actions, like they're almost at the mercy of a programming that has, like, settled in, and they can think about it later and be like, why did I do that? Or even think about it in the moment and be like, why am I doing this right now? And that's kind of similar to being owned by a mind parasite, I guess. Oh my gosh. And then also, Animorphs taught me about thermals, and I think anybody who knows what thermals are probably read Animorphs as a book or else was really into piloting. Also, I just really like sci-fi, and sci-fi and social commentary are really fun topics. Okay, Order of the Stick has a situation where a possessed character is slowly drip-feeding his memories to the evil vampire in his mind and body. He slowly transforms the vampire into him by exposing him tactically to the same questions and major fundamental memories. Yeah, that's interesting, because in that kind of a situation, the vampire has its own context coming into this, right? And it's kind of like the tabula rasa idea of, like, development. I have to have learned something new. Compression. Okay, I should probably figure out what compression is. And that's the only thing I've learned. I think Inspector Gadget, where Brain had knowledge that Penny didn't, and both had knowledge that Gadget didn't, and Claw completely misunderstood everything is the basis for all of my understanding of irony. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I never thought of that. That's perfect. Like, Inspector Gadget is a wonderful case study of irony. Oh my god. I love it. Alright, I'm probably just gonna take the exit next time I see it. Hold on. Where am I? I think it's this way? I'll just take a right. Every time. Again, I'll just continue my pseudo-algorithm. Sort of a Shadow from Persona 4 thing. Persona 4 was a lot of interesting ideas, because after I was exposed to the idea of how those shadows work in that game, I really had to wonder, you know, what would an encounter with my shadow be like? What am I repressed? Is that even a thing? Like, what would happen if I was a victim? And what would my midnight channel be? And I have so many layers to my identity that it's hard to know what angle it would take. Because absolutely I need to repress a lot of things about my identity in order to function in society and not be hassled. But is that different from not accepting yourself? You know, I mean, certainly there's the social context, right? Like, a lot of the rejections of shadows come in social moments where the character is in a social situation and has to reject their shadow because they're afraid of other people finding out the truth. And I suppose, given the right social context, I'm absolutely want to do that kind of stuff. But, whew. All right, so now we're back at start. Which means if I really wanted to leave, I can just turn around and go. Okay, yeah, I pretty much know how this is mapped out now. Oh, okay. Oh god, this is so refreshing. Thank you all for, like, participating in this with me and, like, letting me rant about this stuff. Giving me a platform, attending my TED Talk, all that junk. Regarding the vampire. Or from... Okay, Oh, Persona 4 was a big thing for her development? Oh, I can definitely see that. Way better than actual philosophy. Yeah, I definitely think so, because a lot of it's just parables. And I think, like, didn't a lot of, like, Greek philosophy come in that kind of form? Because, I mean, what is the Plato's cave, right? Like, it's an allegory, right? But it's also kind of a story. So, like, stories are a great mechanism for getting somebody to sympathize with a worldview or to project into a situation that they might not otherwise be able to understand if it's just dryly described. And I think philosophy and a lot of understanding of philosophy, you need to be able to project into contexts that are not your own, and fiction is a great way to access that part of your brain. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, okay, so now I see what you're doing there, Lemon. You're trying to do the Discord style strike through, and Twitch doesn't support the same, like, markdown. Gotcha. Now I get you. Okay. It was honestly the Percy Jackson book series. I didn't read Percy Jackson. There's a bunch of... Okay, here's some personal information. When I was growing up, I was an elitist. I was like a snob about a lot of things. And if I thought something was ripping off something else, I was not going to check it out. So I didn't check out Digimon because Digimon was just that thing ripping off Pokemon. And I didn't check out, like, Artemis Fowl. Like, I was wrong about a lot of this stuff. Right, like, I didn't check out Monster Rancher because I thought Monster Rancher was ripping off Pokemon. It turns out Monster Rancher is a fantastic game that is not that similar to Pokemon. And Percy Jackson was one of those things where it was just like, this is too similar. This is riding on the coattails of, like, Harry Potter or something. And, so I missed out on a lot of really good experiences because I was a really dumb twerp that, like, didn't understand. Oh. Yeah, thanks for coming, Wiffle Waffle. It's always great when you show up. Yeah, take care. Yeah. Yeah, I missed out on some really good stuff because I was a really dumb kid when it came to media. Alright, I'm gonna do wind, because I think wind has been a pretty useful element. I need to figure out what compression is. I should probably have done that down in the pit full of skeletons. In fact, the pit full of skeletons is really a really good place to hang out because they're easily below your level at this point. Oh hey, it's one of you guys. Why are you here? Alright, let's figure out what this compression is. Oh, cute! Okay, alright. That's fun. Okay. And I still, okay, so this is another thing that plagues me with media consumption, is if something gets too popular before I experience it, I start not wanting to experience it because of, like, a negative reaction to hype. There's been, you know, people will be like, oh, you have to watch Naruto, and that's gonna be one of the ones that it's like, even aside from my distaste for shonen, like, I don't think Naruto is actually worth the critical acclaim that it gets. But I also felt the same way about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I guess that's not true. And I do have to say, Legend of Korra is pretty cool. I need to watch more of it. But, like, that's something I missed out on because it got a huge following. And that one, I'm getting the feeling that it rightly deserves that large following. Okay. Hey, thanks, Barden Bear. So it's funny you say that because I've only seen, like, the first 7 or 8 episodes, and it is so ridiculously my jam that when people say that season 1 was a rough season, I'm like, huh, where does it go? Because if it's going up from here, then I am happy, you know? Okay, that's fair, and I haven't seen the end of the season, so, like, I think there was, like, a week delay at some point, and, like, that interrupted my watch schedule, and ever since then, like, I haven't seen a new episode. It just missed me by one beat. In fact, actually, I probably consume media like I edit videos. In, like, fits and spurts of, like, hey, let me do a content, or hey, let me watch a video. Also, oh shit, we're here already. Oh, that was the best time I've ever had going through that ice cave. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I know there's spirits here. Oh, and that's a warp. That's right. Oh, this is like the check-in right before the boss. Okay. Oh. I'm mildly, like, spoiler averse. There are legitimate experiences that I am super glad I wasn't spoiled on going in. But then there's stuff like, probably like Firefly, for instance, like that whole show. I don't think I would have cared about any spoilers in that, because a lot of it is just the experience. So now I have restriction level 2. Alright, well, I think that just is a multi-target, while the other one is not a multi-target. I think that's how that works. And I think restriction is really good against this boss, so I think that was a good thing to diverge into wind for that. Wait, a bear? Oh, it's Barden Bear. That bear. Watch, like... Oh, hey, it's a unique character. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Je suis un bear. Barden Bear is someone I met at SakuraCon, or rather, they're a group I met at SakuraCon, and they are different people in the group. So there's a bard and there is a bear, and they like to drink and play video games, and they're very fun. So, yes. You may explain yourself now and not have me explain it for you, but yes. They do some really cool stuff too. They have a series I need to read, The Kensington Effect, that looks really, you know, fun and like queer positive and makes me really happy. Oh hey, Epona! Hello! So this is exposition. This is actually like an important NPC dialogue. 1,000 years ago, a great war broke out over possession of the book, but no one knew the truth behind the book's power. No one must ever open the Eletail book. If its power is released, it will be the end of all we know. That is why the Eletail book must be recovered and returned to its safekeeping in the monastery. Starting from the stone circle in the innermost room, go to the Isle of Skye in Loch Kildare. There you will find the precious stone of the water spirit. Ask the sorceress Colleen to let you borrow it. Okay, what you got in the back? Okay. Wait, is this the thing? 'Cause I thought it was the other thing. Hey, where did you blow from? A plucky devil. Huh. Which is code for getting the cabin to make the scene transition. And then I think if I just leave there, it would work. Oh, thank you. I'm just now reading the chat where it says Zilla is great, and I'm like, ah! Oh, I'm glad you're not feeling lonely. Not yet. Let's not lie down. Let's look in the hold. Yeah, to be honest, I think I'm gonna jump back into wind power for a little bit. Invade, silence, restriction. Yeah, okay. Sorry to loot and not talk to the guy standing here, but that just seems to be the theme of this game. A dragon's potion. That's gonna be fantastic for endgame. Yep. Alright, honestly not gonna lay down because forget that noise. I thought I saw something over here. Oh, come on. You're worthy, get up! It's a reference to, Wayne's World 2. Another, yep, I figured. Nothing new? Nothing new. Nothing new? Nothing new. Alright. What do you mean I don't get a new spell every level? Jeez, what kind of game is this? Oh, you look cool! Oh, I like your... Oh, hey! Okay. Yeah, it's very difficult, so obviously it's impossible. I know that feeling about being lazy and distractible and mad that we're in the political situation that we're in. Honestly, the reason I didn't do content for like a year was because I was not feeling good about politics. Evade. So, is Evade new? I feel like Evade is new. It is a response to you. The, you're worthy, get up was a response to you. Like, specifically to the, like, way too good for a silly bear like me. It's a reference to, Wayne's World, but, it was indeed in response to you. Okay, so apparently fire is not the jam to destroy these pixies, so let's try something else. That's also not the jam to destroy these pixies, I don't think. Let me throw a rock at it. Ooh, that's the jam. I found the jam. Calm down, everybody. I found the jam. Well, apparently the same trick that was working on Mimics does not work on these pixies. Ouch. I have a family member I don't speak to, but it wasn't because of politics from 2016. So, I'm sorry about that. As far as I know, the people that I don't speak to may have actually voted Democrat. I can hope. But no guarantees or promises, because, oh hey, another one. I didn't talk to them before the election, and also that guy is kind of a waffle, so... Boy, everybody loves that move. Also, can we talk about this enemy for half a second? Holy shit, what the hell? What is... What am I fighting? What am I fighting here? I haven't even seen their name because I can't take my eyes off of them. Okay, so the next time it attacks, I'm gonna figure out what it's called. Grangach. Oh, that sounds Scottish. Oh my god, I love these things. What are they? I mean, aside from Grangach. Okay. I love these things so much. Okay, fire is the... Ah, it hops! Okay. Apparently these ones aim to the left, is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, so if I run to the right, I'm safe. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, so that whole, the whole floor cheering thing? Oh. I'm kinda happy you're not going to that school anymore. But, oh my god. Yes, I'm fighting fish sticks, that's perfect. Helps if I aim. Even with cruise control, you still have to steer. Okay, so these things are vulnerable to fire. Does that make homing arrow worth anything? No, it does not. Homing arrow is such a bad move. Oh my god. We're gonna go in here and run around in a circle and heal so that it doesn't hurt so much after fighting the fish sticks. See, the only thing I can hope for is that they weren't necessarily cheering for Trump, but they were cheering for not Hillary. Because that's sort of an understandable sentiment. Her public opinion at that time was super low. And remembering the context that, like, the hacked DNC emails were coming out, and she had just been, like, re-indicted by James Comey, like, opinion of her was really low at that time. And people probably didn't look too close at Donald Trump. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, alright. Sorry about that. Yes, they did! Yes, they did! and they... There's so many things that are wrong with 2016's election. Oh my god. Oh, it's one of those situations. I get you. This is a situation where I think Rolling Rock may actually be appropriate, assuming it hits them. It doesn't hit them. Okay. Yeah, I'm reading a new people who hated Trump and voted for him as anyways a protest vote against the choice of Hillary, and yeah, I didn't vote for Trump, obviously, but I also didn't vote for Clinton. I voted for Jill Stein because I honestly believe that her policies were the best of all the candidates, and that I felt, well, I don't really regret my vote at all, being I'm in a solid lock blue state, and like my vote meant absolutely nothing. If I voted for Hillary, it would have meant absolutely nothing. If I voted for a third-party candidate, at the very least, I can push toward getting them a the 5%, like, if they get 5% of the popular vote, that is the current threshold, and they're probably just going to move the goalposts for them participating in presidential debates. And I wanted that to happen, and that was the goal I was voting for. These guys hurt so much. Alright. I should probably be playing a little more tactically and design who I'm hitting based on where I want to be standing when they do their attack. Yeah, I was thinking that actually. Rolling Rock, the beverage of choice for the angry video game nerd. So I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Alright, see you soon, Tim. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oof. Oh, I'm really sorry about that stuff. Like, ouch. I mean, your sister is also, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's spirits hiding behind this game talking about Rolling Rock and spirits and... Yep, I knew it. I'm still going for wind, I think. Wind bomb, that's new. Okay, I want to try that out before I leave. If I can, maybe. I think it's safe up here. Alright, how are we doing on magic? Alright, let's go back. Toward fights. Oh hey, look, it's old shit. Have a wind bomb? Oh, okay, it's the wind version of that thing. Okay, that doesn't pull well with our audience, so let's hold off on using that in this situation, but at least now I know what it does, so... Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. We're gonna get him back. 2020, everybody. Stay active this political like cycle, and like just make him eat words. Drag him kicking and screaming into the 21st century. If that's what it takes, like. Alright. Granite. 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 How did I dodge a level 2 homing arrow by reading chat? I'm like reading chat and I just realized that whole homing arrow went right by me. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. There's a lot going on in this world, isn't there? Oh my god, Barden Bear, your situation with your sister. Holy cow. I guess this is, I should specifically say, oh my god, Bear, your situation with your sister and this, just like, oh my god. Yeah, everybody take some calm, healing breaths. Run around in a circle, let your MP build back up. Focus on your water. Mix it with a little earth. Just cleanse and restore. Okay, are we ready for this? We're totally not ready for this. Honestly, like, go ahead and, like, pitch Kensington Effect, because I don't know if I ever really got a clear focus what it was about, other than that it was really fun and queer positive. Like a true hero, I sidle into battle, hugging the wall, hoping that I'm not noticed. Good. Aha. Perfect. Awesome. Nutty. Okay, come try me. Ouch. That did 20 damage. Ow. Okay, whatever your close range attack is, I want none of it. Okay. So they said save my MP for healing. Maybe I should just tank her. I don't like the way this is going, but screw it, we're gonna do it. Because if she's gonna walk up to me and hit me every time... Is that all the bread I have? That's all the bread I have. Okay. It's It's a superhero world where people have been getting effects or publicly displaying use of magic and superpowers since about the 1930s. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. So one of her things seems to always miss me. Also, should I be doing... Hold on. What happens if I do this? It misses, of course. Yeah, of course it misses. Alright. Yeah. No, she's very confident. Also, needs to stop moving. Because the more she attacks, the more it hurts. Okay. She has such a wide movement range, too. I hate it. Okay. No more of this. I should probably figure out what I'm doing. What's this do? Nothing, because I miss. Okay. I don't know if I can dodge that first attack. If I can dodge that first thing, then I'm golden. Nope, I can just run into another one. That's basically the best I can do. Yes, this is a boss fight. And I am doing really poorly, honestly. Every time I get hit by two of her things, I lose some amount of HP. Like, I need to have a turn where I only get hit by one of her things in order to recover meaningfully. Ooh. Okay. I think the advice that I was given on how to fight her is bad. I dodged the first one, somehow, maybe, kind of. And then got hit by the other thing. So... Okay. Yeah, I'm digging this, Ooh. Which she can unconsciously shape and control. Nice to see an infrared. Oh, that's fun. Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking, is like military-industrial conflict. should probably start doing some damage to Miss Swagger Hips. That might be a good idea. Hold on. Let's see if Wind Cutter's even the thing to be doing. Oh, that's actually really nice. Okay. Maybe I should do a soul search. Figure out where she's standing. Ouch. So I'm barely creeping up in health, honestly. And if I've messed up one of my, Oh, that's a nice... Okay. That's the way to win. This hurts really bad. I would like to not have this be a problem. I'm gonna die if I don't dodge this one correctly. There we go. So, yeah, I should probably soul search her. Because I am so close to dying. And if I keep healing, like, 15 and not 17, I'm pretty much toast. Yeah, this isn't going well. That's great. So, I probably can't keep this up where I, like, keep reading chat while I just move forward and heal all the time. So I should probably work on ending this fight in some way. Yes, miss me. Don't miss her, though. Nope, not using that. Menus. Yeah, no worries about letting you plug away. I'm still trying to catch up on chat and not die. So yeah. I got away without getting hit! Oh my god! I got away without getting hit again! Oh my god, I can actually heal! Meaningfully! Ah, okay. Nepti Hun. Please stop! This hurts! So much! Ow! Okay. Alright. Not using that. Don't want to use that. Do I have another... Do I have more leaves? I have more leaves. Okay. Is this really the best use of my magic? Because what am I doing? Like, somewhere in the realm of, like, 50 damage every time, right? And I'm using 3 MP to do it. But if I were to, say, Fireball level 3, what will that do? That will do roughly 60 damage. Oh, but it invites her doing that shit, which actually legitimately kills me. So... I'm basically down to the point where I do a healing thing right now and hope she doesn't, like, do a healing spell. And hope she doesn't walk up to me and kill me. Oh, no, I can probably survive another one. Alright, we're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. Okay. So what happens if I do... Ice Knife? Nothing. Bad. Don't do that, ever. It's terrible. Miss me with that shit, Nepty. Miss me with that shit. That is perfect. Oh god, what do I do though? Ow. Okay. I'm really putting it on the line here. Alright. Oh dear. This hurts. This hurts so much. I have another dewdrop. Ooh, this is bad news. Oh no. I did not want to take that extra hit. Oh my god. Well, this is my life now, apparently. Ugh. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I think I have a way to actually reliably evade that now. Yeah, I got it. Cool. Alright, what have we got to work with? I'm out of leaves. I'm down to hero's drinks, it looks like. I don't want to, but I will if I have to, I guess. And I kinda have to, so... Yep, okay, I got this. Alright, I don't have to take any more damage, but we're gonna Wind Cutter all the way through the rest of this. What did I just say? Oh my god. Okay, I don't have to take any more damage. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you for the HP heal. I guess Earth, because I need to balance or something. I don't know. I should probably skew again. Probably skew into water because the next guy is fire. Oh my god. Okay, so now... What? Just go back? Return? Is that what I want? Wait, what? Is that Farrar's Winds? Did I just set a return point? Is that a thing? Is that how that works? Oh! Okay, yeah, sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. So for the link, thing, I think I had that disabled, enabled? I don't know. If it worked, it worked. Okay. Let me catch this up a little. Yeah, for right now, zombies in the military-industrial complex, and... Oh, can I talk about red screen? No. Cease and Deus Est. Oh, no, it didn't. Yeah, actually, I would have to enable that, because it's censored. Yeah, just do that, I guess, if that works. Yeah. Okay, I caught up-ish. Yep, I know how that is. Like, hey, this thing seems to be resonating with my audience. Maybe I should do more of that thing. Alright. Rock level 3, so that's my new rock. They've got a lot of herbs back here. Maybe I should talk to you guys after, you know, doing the thing that I was supposed to do. Get this pirate out of my sight. Har. Yes. I'm a mean, tough old pirate, but this lady would get mad, so... I'm gonna go back to your boat, dude. Oh, yeah, so, what does one say to someone who has been diagnosed with ADHD? Because it's not really a congratulations sort of situation. But it is, like... Nah. I'll save somewhere else. Avast there, matey! Alright. Can't keep using this because it's bad. Yeah, I know that kind of situation. Can I go tell the pirate to lay off of... Oh no, a single pixie! I like the way they move, that's cute. Yeah, I can understand that being an emotional relief. I've wondered if I've got stuff, if it's like ADD or if it's, I don't think I do, or like even like maybe low-level autism? I don't know. Like some of the symptoms seem to make sense to me, some of them don't. I certainly can navigate social situations with a lot more aplomb than I would have been led to believe. Like, I'm led to believe that autism provides a barrier to social interaction. Alright, yeah, you're just gonna do the same thing. And I'm pretty keen at understanding how, like, people think. So... I don't know if that means that I'm good at coping, or if that means I don't have autism at all, so... maybe I should talk to Epona. Aw. So many bears! Obtain the water jewel. She's all the siege. It's the power of the Elatail book. Means that if you are not worthy, overwhelming forces will be released. Be careful as you go. Nah, we're good. Okay, so this should take me to town. Oh, The drums are cool in this thing. Eh. It's a small consolation for the rest of the song being so not great. So many bears. Yeah, so I'm finally just reading the part where you said ADD lets me stop judging myself enough to actually do things to combat the already existent symptoms, you know? Yeah, that's part of why I kind of wanted to know if there was like some symptom to be diagnosed. But when I brought it up with my therapist, she's like, "How would it impact you if you learned you had this?" And I'd be like, "I would know what to expect and how to like deal with it." And she's like, "Yeah, but if it doesn't impact your daily life, then maybe you don't need to actually take a test for it." And I'm like, not so sure about that. But I just kind of rolled with it, so, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm surprised I also had IED, but, like, fuck if I trust the psychiatrist enough to explain just how bad the shit that goes through my head when I'm mad is. I don't know what IED is. Yeah, but can you lower the water again? Because I want to do a thing. Oh, thank you. Okay, they must have trampled over one of her text boxes saying that she would lower the water again, but... She just doesn't believe in labels, which is a great sign. So... yeah... Like... If we can get back into, like, philosophy mode for half a second... labels are complicated, especially in terms of like diagnoses and such, because there's a bit of a trade-off between having an idea, like basically even though you fit symptoms for something, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are aided by the same things. Like, it can be a box that walls off the actual stuff that would help you. But to not believe in labels and diagnoses is... I see. Okay. That's what IED is. Oh, that's great. And that's the one that your dad, like, forced you into, right? I mean, so the thing about not being covered by health insurance is more to do with your health insurance than to do with the psychologist, because networks and who takes what insurance is all just kind of total BS, really. So... Oh my god. Yeah, I remember you talked about that. So... yeah, Lemon Corner has a very interesting story. Oof. Now, I don't remember the whole situation with the, like, sort of kidnapping, but was that... I don't remember how that went. right. Oh my god, I'd forgotten about just how fucked up that is. Just how especially fucked up that is. Welcome to Feels channel. Also, I didn't know that... Since when did Waterfall paralyze? Okay. I guess we're doing that now. Wind Bomb. Wind Bomb isn't very effective. Okay. Why am I hitting the weak thing? They don't have, like, a tag to put on the stream to be like, welcome to Feels stream. Okay, this should let me go through now. Yeah, cool. So now I'm way back here with the monsters that are, like, paper to my ridiculousness. I don't know if there's any benefit to hanging out back here where monsters are paper to my ridiculousness, but... Hey, that's not paper. What do you mean you take 2 attacks? This is bullshit. Yes, the Poke It with the Stick spell is absolutely the strongest spell that I have. If I remember right, let's try Fireballs. Eh, that didn't work out too well. Because let me throw a rock at it seems to be more effective. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's plenty. Okay. There we go. Did I just see a spirit over here? Usually they like to hang out around the edges of stuff, so I'd be surprised. Hi, Treants. Now these are susceptible to fire, right? Not really. Are these the weird trees that don't like getting watered? No, not really. Earth? Here, let's run them over with a rock. I'm sure that'll knock them all. There we go. Okay, so apparently Rolling Rock is good in a lot of contexts, but not all of them. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I read 5 hours for class. Alright. Take care, Artemis. I'll talk to you some more tomorrow, and hopefully help through things, because it sounds like it's been a pretty rough time. Love you too, sweetie. Darling, take care. Hello, damage. Hello, resistance to damage. Wait, there's just this mountain sitting here in the middle of nothing? Okay, that doesn't do anywhere near as much damage. I wonder if that's a legit second element. Or if that ice knife just has less damage to do. Yeah, I should probably go back in the thing. I just wanted to beat up on some clowns a bit. This was really good against you guys, right? I mean, it kind of is. Oh, I love that strut, though. Oh, you think you're hard? Come at me. Yeah. Isn't that all what we want from video games anyway? It's just to feel better about ourselves. That's why I play video games, right? Oh, hey, that looks new and fun. No, it's not. It's old and boring. Hey, there's the thing I missed. Cool. I knew it. Guys, I'm trying to do a thing. How rude. I'm gonna cut you. No. No. Yes. Wait, okay, I was gonna do a thing, so let's do a thing. Water. Let's do some more water. Why not? You know what? I could probably just kill everything if I just smack it. Oh? Oh, you think you're hard, huh? Okay. Oh, cool. I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay, I'm pretty sure this way is back out of the forest. If not, I made a huge mistake when I first came here. The music hadn't even started. Can we wait just a little? No, well, we're gonna do this now. This is what happens when you don't wait for the music to start, is I get very mad. So, is the fireball level 3 because you fire so much, or because 20 firepower gives you that spell, or did someone teach you one? Level 3. It's, entirely based on the level of your elemental affinity. So, it's because I'm level 20. Hey, come back here. Don't you throw a boulder at me. There we are. Aww. Like 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Somewhere between those? I don't know, I don't keep track of time. I still haven't changed my watch from daylight savings. Are you doing okay, hun? Yeah. No problem. Just want to make sure you're doing okay. That doesn't really inspire confidence, you know? I mean, hold on, we can hash it out offline for half a sec if you want. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna turn the webcam off for just a bit. And the mic. Okay, I'm coming back. There I am. Hello. There's my game. Yeah, apparently the tree doesn't like getting rocks thrown at it, and these guys like getting rocks thrown at them, but they don't like wind. And the tree equally doesn't like wind, so I guess it's wind time. Despite the tree doing wind. No, there's typing. There's enemies that are not affected very strongly by certain elements. So there's still a reason to diversify. And also, utility spells are spread a little, although most of the utility is in water, so I dove hard into water to begin with, and it's really paid off. But it does kind of help to specialize. Okay, obvious the need to find the effective element. I see what you're saying. Never mind. I was mistaken by what you were saying. I don't know? Like, if you use the wrong element type, sometimes it can be a pretty big difference. Oh. Well, you're welcome to hang out as much as you need, Lemon. You're always welcome in my apartment. I don't actually have an apartment. It's entirely possible there's way more to this forest than I thought. And I'm glad I went back to it, because I don't think I'm in the same area I was before. I thought that this was just a tiny little excursion, but it turns out this might be way deeper. So I was headed this way, is it? I may have been here before, though. In particular, okay, never mind. The parallax got me. Good level design there. You did a good one. You pulled one on me. What is your deal, Dark Goblin? What are any of your deals? Okay, so you're a windy. And you do not like that. Okay, cool. Understood. Oh, another reason to diversify your elemental choice is because they have different attack patterns. So, like, I have a earth attack that cuts in front of me, like, perpendicular to me, and then I have a wind attack that goes straight out, and I have... now I have attacks in every element except for earth that do an AoE around me. So... yeah. Okay. You're always welcome in my stream. Thanks for showing up, Bear. Yeah, take care. Oh no. Fire seems to be one of the weaker elements in general. Ah! Rawr! How come you guys have to, like, obsess over all of my tiny little, like, I don't know, it makes me all blushy. Hold on, I need to figure out the, like, it was nighttime last I was in here, so, we're just not gonna have this fight, because I'm exploring, damn it. I'm not here for combat. That's a lot of you. Alright, we're gonna at least take a quick bite, because, like, you guys are lined up real nice. Boo! Boo earns! Ah! Not cute. Ooh. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that cute. Do that thing where I just hang out at the edge of the map. So almost reliably at the same point in the music every single time I seem to start a fight. Dun 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 dun. Fight. Oh, you got another note in. He casts a Disappearums. Yeah, inside the hexagon, the enemies have set up a barrier that prevents Brian from just obliterating them. They want a fair fight, and they entice you in for a fair fight, but you're under no obligation. I'm not sure there's anything more to do here. No, we're just not gonna have that fight, that's fine. Alright, so cottage by the river. I should probably go back to the cave and head back to where I'm supposed to be. Unless I'm supposed to be at the docks. Because actually that's not a bad way to go. Let's go to the docks. not very effective. I think they don't like rock? Eh. Okay. I wish that there were maps for this. You know what? Online, I bet people have drawn maps. People have probably mapped out everything. What is this place even called? Oh my god, there's a lot of you. Oh, I would love to just take you all out in one fell swoop. But I don't think you're a swooping type. How about a big fuck-off boulder? 4. How do you miss? How do you miss a self-buff? The most powerful magic of all. Okay. Yeah, that's where I came from, over there. So that's where I should go. Ah, fine. You brought this on yourselves. Ugh. Yeah, I figured that would kill them. Just wanted to be sure. You know what? Where is this? I want to see a map of this place. Just Glencoe Forest. Let's take a look at that. Quest. Glencoe Forest. Maps? Why did I click on maps? That's... Google Maps is not gonna have a map of Glencoe Forest. Okay, that is showing that there's really nothing going on there. There's like 5 spirits in this place, and I'm not sure if I've gotten them all, but oh well. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay. These Quest 64 maps were drawn in MS Paint. They're really shitty. But somebody did it, so I guess, like, alright, I guess. Okay. Yeah, let's... Oh, wait! Did I want to go... Yeah, I don't want to go this way. Oops. We're going this way anyway. Alright. Cool. I'm probably about done streaming, I think. I think we're running out of steam anyway. So, I'm in this place now. I think I can... Actually, okay, cool. What happens if I do return? What happens when I do that? What the hell is return? Alright, let's solve another mystery and then we'll probably just call it. Quest 64 return spell. Only if Brian runs out of magic wings. Hold on. What? Return. Exit and return. The first one teleports Brian back to the entrance of the current dungeon. The second one teleports him back to the last visited town. Therefore, return is only useful if Brian runs out of magic. Oh, it's possible that it's only usable in areas where you would normally be able to use magic wings. Escape battle. Invalidity cures. A spell that cures Brian's status's ailments is called Invalidity. I want to talk to the localizers on that one, because... No. Just no. Higher success rate for beginners. Okay, so Soul Searcher is kind of meh. Drain magic, lowers enemy magic points and restores Brian's MP. That's pretty cool. I think that okay, that's water at 40. Walking water is also at 40. That's the thing that I kept getting hit with that I call waterfall, but it's actually called walking water. Ice is nice. Anything else to mention? Apparently 40 is the max in any, oh no, because 46 spirits is how you cure status ailments. So, water is a pretty good thing, it looks like. Wind, what do you have that's cool? Ultimate wind, but always is weak, but always hits all enemies. Cyclone is similar to Large Cutter, but more effective on slopes. Wind Bomb, slow enemy. Wind Walk increases Brian's movement area. Useful to keep distance from fast enemies or to escape from a fight. Okay, so it's like Giant's Shoes. Restriction, enemies skip a few turns but often misses. Silence, can move but not attack. It misses very often. Okay. Thank you for the details there. Oh, it has like attack power stuff. So that's cool. I can actually see which spells are completely unbalanced. Evade level 2 quadruples agility, so that's pretty good. Lowers damage suffered. Earth has confusion at 27. Restores Brian's magic points whenever he's attacked. Okay. That's pretty good. Magic barrier becomes oh, that's the game breaker right there. Brian becomes invulnerable for a few turns, not to be combined with confusion. Okay, invulnerability is pretty good. Magnet Rock. Homing, but sometimes misses. Becomes more effective at higher levels. Rock Shower, weak but always hits all enemies. Okay. Avalanche, that's the one that the spiders were doing where it goes in like a trident, like a tree, what do you call this kind of shape? It's kind of trident-y, I guess. Fire. Fire has just a ton of attack spells, Power Staff, and Vampire's Touch. So fire is okay for a support for if you really wanted to whack things with your stick. Oh, it has something called Extinction, where it either instantly defeats one enemy or it misses. Oh, okay. It's one of those, I guess. Yeah, Homing Arrow is not good. A Homing Arrow is just not good. Each element has 1 3-level spell and 3 2-level spells. Okay, I didn't know that. Cool. Okay, so now I can kind of see the philosophies of each element. And fire is supposed to be the longest range? But, I guess. But earth is also pretty long range. %25 bonus if you attack with their opposites, and halves the damage if you attack with the same element. Okay. Suggested strategies. Actually, I'm kind of keen on this because I was ragging on it earlier. Water magic features 2 extremely useful spells, Healing and Soul Searcher. Well, Soul Searcher's kind of meh. Earth magic features another useful one, Spirit Shield. I guess I don't have that. I have Soul Armor instead. Player want to obtain the first level of all of these spells first. Level 10 in water and level 7 in... Oh, Spirit Shield is the same thing as Soul Armor, or whatever it is that I have. Spirit Armor? And then abandon one or both of these 2 elements in favor of wind or fire. Beginners should choose water as one of their elements because the 2 Soul Searcher spells allow Brian to analyze the enemies. In order to see every available spell in the video game, the player might decide to play it twice, focusing each time on 2 different elements. I guess that's one way to do that. Earth and fire. And water and earth, and wind and fire. Very easy. Second one, very challenging. So if you do a strictly wind and fire game, it becomes a very challenging game. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So this should bring me to just gonna run from everything. Oh, you heal. I never knew you healed. Okay. Let's go back to watching my stream chat again. Grab a thing and swing it. It doesn't even have to be a good weapon or all that heavy. Oh, that's good. So the idea being that Link's Triforce is basically the thing that makes you special in Undertale. Link's Triforce is determination. There we go. That's the perfect spot. Yes, extinction killing one thing or nothing is indeed very, very wrong. Wait, how much have you been healing, or have you been missing out on my buffet of pain? Here, have a little more. I'm certainly a lot stronger than when I first showed up here tonight. Ah, my little cookie monsters, no! They keep pulling me back in. Alright, here's the exit. Heck no. Just no. Let's get some hot steam. Ooh! That does quite a bit of damage now. I'm quite a bit stronger. Holy cow. Okay. I wonder how well this game would hold up to randomization. Yeah, so I'm digging... the droning bothered me at first, but the drums are actually pretty bumpin'. I don't know. It's important to know what to listen to in a song. Okay, we're gonna check out the inn and probably call it a night. So thanks for joining me on my stream. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's bagpipes. I think it's a bagpipe. It sounds like it's bagpipes. It's probably bagpipes. Alright, hooray, I've spent the night and then returned to the desk. Alright, cool. Thanks everybody. Take care. See you probably in 2 days. Probably gonna commentate Z101. That's just how it works. So, yeah. I'll let most people that are in contact with me know where I'm commentating. Other than that, have a good night and follow Speed Gaming. Take care. Bye.